She's already into motorcycles, just
Jenny.
ones where the knobs don't fall off.
Correct. Go on, Andy.
Sorry.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. Hey, I tell you.
So, I obviously we don't believe in karma, but I think
It was quite funny.
it was quite funny, and I think, can we call it poetic justice?
Yeah, I
Can we
think
call
that's
it,
okay.
Can we call it that?
I think our theology will stand for that.
Hello there, Malc.
Hey up, Andy, you all right?
I'm not doing too badly. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well.
Awesome. What have you been up to over the last month?
Oh, mate, it's been amazing.
Has it?
We had a fantastic weekend last weekend. We did. Do you know what? I wish we had Amanda here with us to tell us all about it.
Do you know what? That'd be really good. If only we had her, because she's just a wonderful presence at all these events that we go to.
She is. And do you know what? She has no issues in talking.
We've mentioned her before in the podcast, and it would just be phenomenal if she was here with us.
Boys, if you carry on like this, my head isn't going to fit out that door. Thank you. I'm so happy and pleased to be here with you. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed the last 3 podcasts. So to be on the 4th one, wow, I feel really, really excited about it. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Preach, Amanda.
Well,
preach.
you know, we kind of had to, really, didn't we?
Well, yeah. I was wondering now, 4 weeks it's taken you to ask me.
Yeah, we mentioned it enough times. It's about time we got you on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So, it's going to be quite a short podcast. It's definitely going to be 30 minutes today. It's got to be. Because, guys, just to explain, we are literally sat here in St. John's Church at Abbey Hilton, just chomping at the bit to get on with Bikers Church, but we're doing this first. Right,
we always try to cram this in to whatever we're doing, and it's usually on the day of Bikers Church, and we're nearly always in a rush.
We are.
So, yeah.
Possibly, right?
If we ramble through it, we'll get through it, and hopefully it'll be a good
And
one.
people enjoy it, I pray. That's kind of idea, isn't it?
I mean,
it's always good, isn't it?
We're still going to keep doing it.
I enjoy it.
I do.
I enjoy it. Oh, there's 3 of us who listen to it.
There you go.
4. Oh, yeah. Also 4, yeah. Anyway, we weren't going to go there. But, okay, so the Classic. Is that where we're going, Andy? We want to talk about the Classic, don't we?
Yeah, well, you were talking about what we were all up to last weekend, and it was the Staffordshire Classic Bike Show. And we have a stall there. We do it twice a year, every year. And we've got Amanda because she's just a powerhouse at that event.
Aww.
And she's got some cracking stories to tell about it.
Well, do you know what? It's a highlight for bikers around here. They come from all over the way, you know. Actually, this time, there was Guy Martin there on the Sunday. And I've got to say, it made me laugh because I saw this guy, not Guy Martin, walking down the road. He got off his bike with his mate and he's walking along. And I looked at him, I thought, I know you. And it was Alan Millyard. And he came up to, I went up to him and I said, Alan,
Hello.
I know you. I
Alan.
said, can I have a selfie with you? If anyone knows me, I am the selfie queen, so beware. So I had a selfie with him and he went, do you know, I've ridden 130 miles here. And I said, do you want me to be impressed by that, Alan? Did you feel how cold it was on Friday? I said, I camped since Friday here. So it was lovely. We had a real old banter together and it was quite enjoyable.
Who's Alan Millyard?
Well, Alan Millyard...
I mean, I know, but...
Well, go on then, Andy. Explain away.
Not to blow one's own trumpet, but so Alan Millyard is... was he an engineer? He was an engineer, wasn't he?
Well, he is an engineer.
No, he is
He's
still
amazing.
An engineer. Basically, he makes weird and wonderful motorcycle creations, basically just out of his shed. He took a V10 Dodge Viper engine, put that into a motorbike. He took an aeroplane radial engine, made that into a motorbike. He loves combining weird and wonderful engine combinations and creating these fantastic machines. So obviously at the British Classic, he's obviously,
and he's on that show, isn't he? And I'm really sorry, I'm showing my ignorance. Okay, it's the motorbike show, isn't it? With Henry Cole, is that right? Henry.
Probably.
Yeah, he is. No, he's on that because
he
he does motorbike renovations with him. He does. It does.
I ain't seen it, but yeah.
It's really good, mate.
Oh, is it?
That's where I first come across Alan.
All right.
To be honest with you.
All right, lovely.
So there you go.
I just watched him direct on YouTube on his own. Yeah.
So listen, I'm sorry butting in, but I'm really kind of aware of time, and I want to just say, so The Classic Bike Show. Mandy, can you kind of tell us, so how many years have you been going to that for with Bikers Church stroke CMA? Sort of how long? And tell us about how long, but also tell us what you do there.
Yeah, okay. So Di invited me the very first year. I've got a Honda CB1000, the big one. She's quite a rare old bird now. I got her from Harwich. And when I got her, Di invited me along to show the bike. And I reckon that must be about 14 years ago, probably now. So we have a stall and we give out biker Bibles, and we just promote God in that area, to be honest. People come along, it's lovely. We do give out free tea and coffee to people, and they come and have a sit and have a chat, take the weight off the feet, and sometimes they just want to have a chat with us, so we're there for them. But most of all, we talk about motorbikes, of course we do, and we just love it. But the main thing we do is be there for them and be a presence for them and be a safe place for them as well, to come and chat and offload and get prayer. We offer prayer.
We do, and I'm always amazed actually at just how many people, well, if they don't ask, that when it's mentioned, they're so receptive, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just blown away that somebody is willing to pray for them. And I know this year was the same to us. It was amazing.
We've got we've got those badges as well that we do, the I've been blessed badges, which is for the start of the riding season and also the end of the riding season. Riding season.
We know what you mean, mate.
At the end of the year with the remembrance one that we do in October. We'll announce the dates for that at some point. But so we have those as well, and if anybody wants prayer, if anybody receives prayer or a blessing in that sense, then they get a free pin badge as well. And we did give out a few of them, and we did give out quite a lot of Bibles as well that weekend.
I've got to stress here, though, I think, boys, we go there, everyone knows what we're about. They see the cross, they see we've got an amazing piece of artistry on the wall, which actually is on Bikers Church wall as well, with bikes riding with Jesus' hands around them, because it is a dangerous hobby, what we do. And we just feel that God covers us in that. And that's like what Andy said about the Remembrance Day and the Biker Blessing Day. So we're there with our bikes. We're all biking enthusiasts. But like I say, a lot of people carry a lot of stuff around with them. And it's just a safe place to come and offload and receive prayer if that's what they want, but we don't push it on people.
No, never, no.
But we are there if they have problems and they want to share.
And it's not just the people that happen to wander past the stand as well. It's the security staff, everybody at the Classic. There is there's potential there and we have great relationships with everybody.
Well, this is it. It's all about relationships, isn't it? I listened to your last month's podcast about relationships, and that is what it's about. It's about just caring for people, loving people, and wanting to do life with people. And some people, they don't have other people to share things with, and we're there to say, come on, we are interested. It's not just talking. We will pray for you. We will remember you when you've left the show and continue to pray for you. It is about relationships, isn't it? And that's a wonderful thing, because in biking, I always say we're in a brotherhood, aren't we? It is a brotherhood and sisterhood.
We're family, aren't we?
We are family.
No
and
doubt.
in church, it's the same thing. So it's two families mixing together. How wonderful.
Yeah.
Unless
absolutely.
it's like Christmas when they start fighting.
Well, yeah.
Which before we ask Amanda the next question or we move on, I do have a slight point of embarrassment that I'd like to air. You remember the other episode? I think it was either the last episode or the episode before, when I made a joke about your gear lever.
Oh, I don't want to say it because
Oh, you don't want to say it. I made a joke about you had trouble with your knob.
I can remember it.
Yeah,
Hey.
I made a crass joke.
I can't possibly say such a word because I'm a
You
Church
said
of
Malc's
England
knob
vicar.
fell off. Well, it did, off his lever.
It did. He snapped it off, and
This is getting worse, Andy.
now I know we don't believe in karma,
No, we most certainly
We
don't.
absolutely do
We
not believe
definitely
in karma.
don't.
Karma is not a thing.
Can I just highlight that in in red
underline
with
it
exclamation marks?
Yeah, we
Okay.
absolutely do not believe in
No.
karma.
No.
But we
can laugh, can't we?
The other week we went to we did our Easter egg hospital visit, where we take a load of Easter eggs to Stoke and Leighton hospitals and
onto the kids' wards.
Yeah, and we do a little ride out as well. We all dress up. It's a lot of fun. It's a great outreach. Makes a lot of children happy. It's just a nice thing. It's sad because we're going on.
Yeah, but it's
visiting
good.
Sick children, but it's
good.
It's good. On the way there, my gear lever fell off.
It did.
Your knob fell off
My
as well.
knob fell off too, yeah. And it didn't just happen once either, it happened twice.
It did. And didn't you spent
twice.
quite a length of time on the side of the road?
I certainly did.
But it was more embarrassing than that, though, Andy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Come
on. It was a lot more embarrassing.
Why was it?
Why was it?
Because you had Tina on the back.
Because I had Tina on the back. Now, Tina is somebody who's just started coming along, recently started coming onto church. She's a new Christian, and we're trying to get her involved in motorcycles. And
we baptised the last bikers church.
That's correct.
Just got to get that in there.
Just recently baptised her, yeah. And we're trying to get her into motorcycles. And
she's already into motorcycles, just ones where the knobs don't fall off.
Correct. Go on, Andy.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness gracious me! Hey, I tell you.
So, I obviously we don't believe in karma, but I think
it was quite funny.
It was quite funny, and I think, can we call it poetic justice?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Can we call it that?
I think our theology will stand for that.
Because it didn't just happen once; it happened twice.
It
It left Tina and I stranded at the side of the road with my knob flapping.
And it was very inconvenient because we parked outside farm foods for about 45 minutes waiting for you. So I'm just saying that.
Well,
actually, I'm going to give a shout out for the fella. We were getting a bit desperate. We were on a time scale where we needed to be to the hospital to give these Easter eggs to these children.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it just as we were setting off, it fell off, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So we went, and after looking under my seat, and there's no spanner to fit Andrew's
bike.
Yeah.
Appendage.
Yes. We had to knock on somebody's door, didn't we? And bless him, he came out and gave us the right spanners.
Because Triumph, in their infinite wisdom, include under the toolkit a 10 millimeter spanner. I think they would include a 12 millimeter spanner, but they do not include an 8. And the bolt. The bolt that came off, it stripped it, so it was, putting it back on was a temporary bodge. But they don't include an 8 millimeter spanner, so I was just sort of sat there, just sort of without the tool needed.
Oh, mate. But it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, with a bit of help from some cable ties.
Well,
and a man with a van.
It's all about, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
It's still cable tied now.
Is it? Oh, really? So it's, right, okay. Right, I thought you'd have got that sorted by now, but I thought you know a man who'd sort that for you.
We tried, but I ordered the wrong bits.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes. So not only did I have flapping down uselessly, I ended up getting the wrong bits.
Fantastic.
So there we go.
Right, we are now getting back to the classic.
Absolutely.
I'm bringing this back online.
Good man.
Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Is that okay?
Certainly is.
So the classic bike show. So it's over the weekend, isn't it? So it's Friday to Sunday. Yeah?
Yeah, well, the stall holders set up on a Friday. And when I say stall holders, you can find everything there now. So we show our bikes, and there are a lot of different stalls where they show the bikes, and different bike clubs as well, which is great. Yeah. But there's also traders. So the traders come and set up on the Friday as well, and they have literally everything you can imagine for bikes, classic bikes. So people come from hundreds of miles around. I know my brother lives in Suffolk. He normally comes up to have a rummage in the boxes of
there's lots of stalls,
metal.
Isn't there? There is lots of stalls of boxes of but if you're a classic bike restorer, it's gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just can't find these things.
And it's not just that, it's the knowledge that people have on these stands. So, if you're struggling with something because your bike's not working, they're all there to help out. It's fantastic. It's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely weekend. So the punters, if you call them that, come in on the Saturday and the Sunday. And we just have a great time.
Do we know how many came this year? Because it was busy. Saturday seemed. What do they get on a decent year at the Classic Bike Show? We're talking
thousands.
We're doing thousands, aren't we? Is it kind
Got to
of...
be thousands, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could probably find that out.
I'm just
I could
interested.
ask,
See, I've got 10,000 in my head.
Could be.
I think, on a good year. Now, I know COVID really hit it.
10,000 reasons.
It could be that, actually, because I sang that to the church this morning. But I know it's a lot. But it was really busy. It's just a good day out, isn't it? Actually, even if you're not overly interested in motorbikes, there's things like stunt riding. There's the Wall of Death.
Yeah.
There's burger vans. There's good coffee. It's just good, isn't it? It's just really good. It's a good vibe.
It is a family
good
day
vibe.
out. It's not just for the old bikers or new bikers.
Oh,
it's for
brilliant.
the kids enjoy it. There's loads of stuff going on. Like you say, there was a stunt riding which was amazing.
Yeah, it was good, he was.
Steve Colley, his name is.
Yeah,
He
from
was
the
brilliant,
Isle of Man.
From the Isle of Man.
Yeah,
Give him a
good bloke.
shout out. And yeah, the Wall of Death. If you've never ever experienced the Wall of Death, dear me, you need to come
They're
in
nutters.
October.
It's mental, isn't it?
And go,
Nutters.
it's incredible.
It's amazing.
It
It is absolutely amazing.
What gets me, the Wall of Death is basically like a kind of giant barrel where they just ride up the side of the barrel so that and you're sat. It's like a circus. You're kind of sat on the edge of the barrel and you just watch them do crazy stunts.
Well, you're at the top looking
Yeah,
down
looking
on
down
them,
on it.
but then they start off at the bottom, and the next minute they're literally virtually in your face.
They are, yeah, you're
the
right.
wheels. I mean, it is
Scary.
very skilled.
It is scary.
I think I said about the TT riders, you can smell what kind of after so close. You can
You
smell
can.
the aftershave they're wearing.
Slightly terrifying.
Yeah. You can do that with the Wall of Death. What gets me is when you look at the historical photos, because it's been going for decades now. There's that one with when it started. They've got a lion.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that in an old black and
And I
white
know
picture
where
of
I
that.
can't remember the name of the lion, but I do know that my nan lived in Boxford in Suffolk, and the pub there is called the Lion, and that lion is buried under the tree.
Oh,
in the
really?
pub. So I've seen
Wow.
that tree. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
mental
they had it as a
photograph.
pet, basically.
Yeah,
used to
it's
sit
amazing.
at the dining room table and everything. And as it was a cub, I suppose, they started riding the Wall of Death and took it on with them, and he just used to sit there.
The lion, because it's a photo of a man riding a motorcycle with a lion on the. Is it on the pillion seat or is it in a
Something like
sidecar?
that.
It's like in the cycle.
Yeah, it's a sidecar, isn't it? And it's just a full-on, fully grown lion, right, doing a Wall of Death with just a fella in. I guess it was in. I think was it in the 30s?
Those were the
Something like
days.
that. And he's just got like a leather skull cap. It's not even, not even a proper helmet or anything. And it's
Health
one
and
of
safety at its best.
One of those things that if because they didn't have photo manipulation or anything like that back then. If you just saw it, you'd think it was AI generated or,
And I bet
photoshopped.
and I bet he's smoking at the same time.
Oh, probably.
Probably a pipe. Because he's probably smoking a pipe with a lion in a sidecar.
Why would the lion be smoking a pipe?
Well, why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
It's the 1930s.
1930s, isn't it?
So they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Okay, it's simple as that. It's good. So, because time is ticking on, okay, so it's... the Classic is, like I say, it's amazing. It really is. I mean, I've only been, I think it's my third year, it'd be my third year, and I love it, and I look forward to the opportunities we get. It's good fun, isn't it, as well? And what I mean by that is it's good fun meeting all these new people from all over the place, okay, and getting opportunities to talk to them and them sharing with us. But also, we have a laugh, don't we, when we go to set up and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, it's great fun.
And camping.
Well, we get down early on the Friday because we have to set up everything. We have to set everything up, and sort it all out and whatnot. So we get down on the Friday. My car broke down, so I had to frantically.
Mate, what
There's a theme here,
I'd forgotten about it.
frantically sort out how we're going to get down there. It turned out for the best because our friend Rob, the chairman of our CMA branch, he got to put he's just bought an Indian Scout.
It's very nice.
It's a very nice bike.
Very loud.
Very nice bike. And he got to put it on the stand because ordinarily someone has to make the ultimate sacrifice and go down in the car. We need at least 2 cars to take all the stuff that we need. And because my car, I was going to do it, but my car broke down. So Rob had to frantically drive to mine, transfer all the stuff from my car into his, and then I drove his car down to the Stafford Classic, and he rode his Indian.
Yeah, which was nice. Because actually, which was lovely this year, we had a decent weekend, didn't we?
Well, it helps if we have the weather for it, and we had the weather for it.
It really helps.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was good. It was cold, but because we're camping. But
we do camp, don't we? And actually, so Friday night, did we go out for a curry on Friday night?
We went out for a curry on the Friday night and a carvery on the Saturday.
We did. Well, a fantastic curry. But I remember waking up on the Saturday morning. There was literally, wasn't there? There was ice on top of the tents.
Amanda, you got the water bottle and you it was take a picture of this, because it was just a big ice crystal.
It
that
was
formed
really cold. I tell you what, boys, you have to be tough to be bikers, don't you? It was really, really cold.
It was cold.
But you learn what to take. They did look at me with sort of glary eyes as I put my 3 hot water bottles in my sleeping bag, and they were like a bit envious of that. But you learn. You need your hat, you need your gloves, you need your bed socks, and you need your hot water bowls.
Well, when I first went camping, we the first time I probably properly went camping with you, I think it was even in Kettlewell, in near Skipton in Yorkshire. And it was bitterly cold. It was about this time of year, actually. Same time of year as the Classic. And, it froze overnight. And I remember getting up in the morning and everything was covered in a thin layer of ice. And I went to the toilet, because there was toilet blocks. And the toilets had underfloor heating.
Oh.
So it was just lovely and warm in there. And I was just standing there thinking, why didn't I sleep here?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
I've been a moron. Why didn't I just sleep in here? If I'd had the foresight to go to the loo and actually experience that before I got into my freezing cold tent and try, because I didn't have a proper sleeping bag back then or anything. Or an airbed even. I was a rookie then.
Oh mate, you were. I tell you. Hardcore camping.
When was this? This was in 2017. Not long before, after I'd started getting involved with Christian bikers and all sorts of stuff like that. So I was very inept at the start.
Hardcore. I tell you what, the first rally I ever did was a Dragon Rally, and I did it with my brothers. And you had to knock the ice off the tent to get in it before you went to bed. And I was so naive, I'd taken a little roll mat.
Oh my God, yeah.
I thought I was going to die that night. I really did. I didn't get any sleep because I thought, this is it.
Well, we tried to do the Dragon Rally the other year, didn't we? And then it was a complete washout.
Although this year it was fantastic. Can I just say, boys, because it was annoying me, I've remembered their name of the lion.
Oh, go on then. The lion on the wall of death.
Yeah. So the name of the lion was Britain, and it was Tornado Smith was the guy.
Oh, okay.
Now that's a name, isn't it?
That's a
Tornado Smith.
Tornado Smith.
God, dear, that's up there with Evil Knievel, isn't it?
Mate, that's a
Tornado Smith.
That's a classic.
Tornado
that is a classic.
Smith and Britain.
Britain was the lion, yeah. Lioness.
Lioness.
Yeah. Oh, well, only the girls would be brave enough to do that. Come on.
I tell you.
Fair point. Fair point.
So, I mean, the Classic's great fun, but it's really hard work, isn't it? And I mean that. So it is really good fun.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
But it's hard work, isn't it?
It's blinking hard work.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
The planning, the getting all the bikes down there and the clobber, the camping. It's good fun, but yeah, it is. When you're freezing a tent.
Yeah, it is really hard work and normally, to be honest, I always book the Friday off. So although I'm really hard working all weekend, on the Friday I've booked off. That's supposed to be a day's holiday. It's not a day's holiday, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So you get down there, you set up, and then you have to rush about because you're getting your bike up the stand, and we're always on the top floor. Guys, if you're ever at the Classic, please come and say hello to us. We're always virtually on the top floor. But to get on the top floor, there's a massive, wet, slippery metal ramp that you have to ride your bike on. Now, as I said, I'm on a Honda CB1000 and my feet barely touch the floor. And we've done it in wet weathers. Thankfully, my bike's never gone over, but I have seen bikes go over. So it's costly to some people as well if they get that bit wrong. It really is.
Quite expensive machines as well that ride up and down that treacherous ramp.
To watch that slide down.
So there's that side of things. I mean, people take book holidays off work to do it.
Well, that's what I did.
That's what you do, yeah. That's what So it's so I guess that it kind of begs the question, doesn't it? So why do we do it? It's a question. Amanda, Andy, why do we make that kind of sacrifice? I guess that's the word.
Well, when it's really cold at night and the tent's getting, I ask myself the same question.
It is hard work. It really is, because from the moment you go onto the ground, you are working. We did have downtime. We go and have a nice meal at night, which is lovely. But then you're back to bed. Then you hardly get. I've got a Fitbit this year, and I had a look, and I had 3 hours sleep.
What's he called?
What do you mean?
Your Fitbit. Hey, sorry. Apologies.
No,
How's that any worse than what I said?
It's a lot worse.
How's that any
there
worse?
There was the implication there, but there was. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
No, so my Fitbit told me that I slept for 3 hours,
Really?
and then you're up dead early to get ready to go down, because everyone starts coming in 8:30, 9 o'clock, so you've got to get your store ready, and then you are on your feet until 5 o'clock at night, when you sort of come back, go for a meal, and start all again the next morning. It is exhausting, but do you know what? I blinking well love it, because it's putting bikes, which I love, with sharing my faith and being there for people and building them relationships with people and having a chat, and we've all got something common, and that's the bikes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that if we weren't there, would God be represented at that event at all? Or at least he might be, but he might not be as openly, visibly.
Well, God would be there.
God would be there.
But you're absolutely right. Would he be glorified? Would people be pointing to him? And I think, actually, that's our role, isn't it? Isn't that what we do when we go there?
Absolutely, yeah. And when you start talking to people, and I over the years, I've spoken to people who I've met for the very, very first time, and you just start chatting, and because they see that you're representing God in that place, they do offload, and they are wanting prayer. And I've stood there and hugged people, and they've been crying their eyes out, because it's just lovely for them to see that somebody else cares about their troubles. And not just that, we can pray for them. It's very rare. Do you know, I don't even think I can ever recall saying to somebody, would you like me to pray for you? And I don't think I've ever had anyone say, no, I don't.
No, I think people that, once again this year, and I've only been going 3 years, but for the 3 years I've been there, I have seen people in tears because they've been offered prayer and they've received prayer, and there's just something that they said. In fact, a lady, I think it was Sue, Ducati Sue, she prayed with somebody, and they sent a lovely message and just saying, can you just thank Sue, because it was just what I needed. And it's just helped me to get over something. And I know we've all got those stories, which is wonderful. So I guess going to put, because we do kind of need to kind of wrap things up. Why do we do this? Well, I think you've answered it, Amanda. I think you have, Andy. We do it to be a presence for God, don't we? And it is a sacrifice. And can I read? I know we don't go into really heavy sort of Christian things, but I think there's a verse in the Bible that I'd like to read. Is that all right?
Crack on.
So it's Romans, which a bloke called Paul wrote, and it's chapter 12 in the Bible, and it's verse 1, and it says, I appeal to you, therefore, brothers and sisters, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. I like that. And I think that speaks into what we've been saying. Because I think the reason we do what we do, actually, the reason we're willing to sacrifice our time and our holidays and our comfort and all that stuff, and put ourselves out there and open ourselves up to ridicule, is because actually, if you like, we are just... It's a response to the grace that God's shown us. Do you know what I mean? God saved us. We know that. Jesus died for us. And if you like, we just want to go and tell people about that, don't we? It's a response, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like we don't want to hide the treasure, do we?
We don't. And I think that's why we do it, isn't it?
So we're more than happy to take time out of our lives to go down and tire ourselves out doing all these things.
And then get up on Monday morning for work.
Well, not in my case, because I went on holiday, but
Did you?
You did, yeah. You went on a jolly, but that's okay.
I went to Germany, but yeah. But ordinarily I'd be going straight back to work on the Monday morning. We do it because...
And I really want to make the point that we're not saying this, say, oh, well done, guys. It's got nothing to do with that. It's an absolute privilege and an honour to be able to do it. And that's it. And there's no coercion. We're not out there to con people or try and force things on people. We simply go because we want to let people know what we believe, because it's changed our lives and we've seen it transform the lives of others. And I think proof's in the pudding, isn't it? What do they say? The proof of the pudding's in the eating. And I think when you see people who are touched by the fact that we just say hello, offer a brew, offer a prayer, it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Worth it, isn't it?
It's what it's all about.
It is what it's all about.
It's great. And people come, it's like, they come over, they're looking for us, which is lovely.
That's true,
because
yeah,
of
they
them
are.
relationships we've
Yeah,
built in,
yeah.
because they know they can, chat to us, trust us.
We've been there for that many years.
Yeah.
They trust us, they know us, and they know what we're all about. And that's kind of it, isn't it?
It is.
They know what they're going to get, and they're always happy to see us.
They are. I think it's been great today.
Yeah, well,
I think we need a Mandron again at some point.
Considering this is the first time we've dared to have a guest on, I think it's gone really well. We'd love to have you back.
Oh, thank you.
We'd love to have you back.
Do you know, boys, I think you're doing a great job. I love listening. I was chuckling my little head off as I was doing my power walk the other day listening to your podcast. And I really look forward to it. So
bless you.
Yeah, it's
bless
fantastic.
You. Well, it's good. Well, we're
Cheers for
going to
that.
keep turning up, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it.
Because we enjoy it.
And we've got loads more to talk about. We've got loads of other
Always.
people we'd love to have on.
Always.
Thank you very much, Amanda.
Thanks, man.
And
Thanks for having me.
No worries. And I've been Andrew.
I'm Malc.
And we will catch you on the next one.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.